Number 19. Sir Michael Gambon, who captivated audiences worldwide with his portrayal of Albus Dumbledore in the Harry Potter film series, passed away at the age of 82 due to complications from pneumonia on September 27th. The news, shared by his publicist Claire Dobbs on behalf of his grieving family, revealed the iconic actor died peacefully with his beloved wife Anne and son Fergus by his side. Gambon's illustrious career spanned television, radio, and film. Born in Cabra, Dublin, he migrated to London during his childhood. Beginning as an apprentice toolmaker, Gambon's life took a theatrical turn after he trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. His stage debut in Dublin's Gate Theatre's Othello in 1962 caught the eye of the legendary Laurence Olivier, which subsequently led to Gambon's association with the National Theatre Company. By the 1980s, Gambon was a household name, especially for his role as Philip Marlowe in the miniseries The Singing Detective. However, his rendition of Dumbledore, succeeding the late Richard Harris in 6 Harry Potter films, left an indelible mark. Co-stars from the franchise, including Rupert Grint, James Phelps, and Fiona Shaw, shared heartfelt tributes highlighting Gambon's playful spirit, vast knowledge, and unparalleled talent. Acclaimed actress Helen Mirren remembered him for his humor and extraordinary contribution to the British landscape of theatre. Over his stellar career, Gambon was honored with multiple British Academy Television Awards and garnered 2 Emmy nominations. Beyond his theatrical accomplishments, his passion for antique guns, classic cars, and clocks remained an integral part of his persona. The acting community, fans, and the world at large mourned the loss of this phenomenal artist. Number 18. David McCallum, legendary Scottish actor and musician, passed away at the age of 90 on September 25th. His death marks the end of an era that spanned decades of cinematic and television excellence. Born in Glasgow on September 19, 1933, McCallum's early life was immersed in music, being the son of orchestral violinist David McCallum Sr. and cellist Dorothy Dorman. This musical inclination would later influence his ventures into record-making in the 1960s. McCallum's widespread recognition began in the 1960s with his role as secret agent Ilya Kuryakin in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. His portrayal catapulted him to international stardom, leading to iconic roles in Colditz, Sapphire and Steel, and his acclaimed role in The Great Escape. However, younger generations would recognize him as the beloved Dr. Donald Ducky Mallard in NCIS, a role he embraced for 20 seasons until his passing. His early career began with boy voices for the BBC Radio at 13, setting the stage for his future in acting. With a scholarship to University College School, and later training at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, his trajectory was clear. A multi-talented individual, McCallum's stint in music produced hits like The Edge, sampled by prominent artists such as Dr. Dre. McCallum's contribution to entertainment wasn't limited to acting. He penned a crime novel, Once a Crooked Man, in 2016, showcasing his versatile talent. His passing leaves behind a legacy that won't be forgotten, having impacted multiple generations with his charm, talent, and unwavering dedication to the arts. Number 17. Dianne Feinstein, a stalwart Democrat and an emblematic figure in U.S. politics, passed away at the age of 90 on September 22nd. As tributes continue to pour in, the nation reflects on the profound impact and legacy of this groundbreaking senator. Elected to the Senate in 1992, Feinstein was a beacon of hope for liberal causes. Her unwavering advocacy encompassed a range of issues from environmental protection and reproductive rights to gun control. Yet in the deeply polarized realm of politics, she emerged as a pragmatist, often extending her hand across the aisle in the pursuit of bipartisan solutions. Having served with President Joe Biden in the Senate, he remembered her as a pioneering American, heralding her contributions to the nation. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer described Feinstein's passing as the loss of a giant in the Senate. Beyond her pivotal role in the Senate, Feinstein's political journey traces back to the turbulent days of San Francisco politics. In 1969, she joined the San Francisco Board of Supervisors and later became its first female president. History would place her at the epicenter of a tragic event in 1978, when Mayor George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk were assassinated. In the wake of the harrowing incident, it was Feinstein who discovered Milk's body. The trail she blazed from local to national politics broke countless gender barriers. As the nation mourns, figures from both sides of the aisle, from former President Barack Obama to Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, have acknowledged Feinstein's invaluable contributions. Her passing symbolizes the end of an era, but her legacy will indelibly shape American politics for years to come. As we remember Dianne Feinstein, we recognize not just the positions she held, but the steadfast principles she championed and the countless lives she impacted. Number 16. Billy Miller, best known for his celebrated roles in iconic soap operas like The Young and the Restless and General Hospital, tragically passed away at the age of 43. The heart-wrenching news of his death, which took place in Austin, Texas on September 15th, sent shockwaves through the entertainment community. Born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and raised in Grand Prairie, Texas, Miller's passion for acting was evident from an early age. After overcoming health challenges as a child at the Texas Scottish Rite Hospital, he pursued his dream relentlessly. Following his graduation with a communications degree from the University of Texas in Austin, Miller headed to Los Angeles, making his initial foray into the entertainment world from the mailroom of industry entertainment. Though his journey had its ups and downs, Miller's tenacity saw him through. He graced our screens with unforgettable performances, earning accolades and Emmy wins for his portrayal of Billy Abbott on The Young and the Restless. His versatility as an actor was further highlighted in his dual roles as Jason Morgan and Drew Kane on General Hospital. Outside the soap opera universe, Miller expanded his talents to primetime with shows like Ringer and movies like Fatal Honeymoon. Despite his on-screen success, Miller battled personal demons, facing a lengthy struggle with bipolar depression. In a heartrending statement, Miller's mother, Patricia, shared the anguish of his fight, emphasizing his love for his family, friends, and fans. As the entertainment world mourns this irreplaceable talent, Billy Miller's legacy will undoubtedly live on through the indelible mark he left on our screens. Number 15. Fernando Botero, the celebrated Colombian artist, renowned for his iconic, voluptuous figures, passed away at 91 in Monaco on September 15th. Born in Medellin in 1932, Botero's artistic journey, spanning over 7 decades, saw him becoming Latin America's most quoted artist. His sculptures and paintings found homes in global landmarks, from New York City's Park Avenue to Paris's Champs-Élysées. Botero's artistic brilliance was recognized early in his career when he clinched the first prize at the Salón de Artistas Colombianos in 1958. While his art gained international acclaim by the 1990s, it was his transition to sculptures after moving to Paris in 1973 that further solidified his global reputation. Despite facing personal tragedies, including the untimely death of his son in 1979 and a bombing in 1995 in Medellin that took 23 lives, Botero's resolve never waned. His courage was evident when he chose to let the damaged sculpture from the bombing remain as a poignant reminder of the senseless violence. His 2005 Abu Ghraib series, capturing the abuses during the Iraq War, showcased his deep sense of empathy and advocacy for human rights. A generous philanthropist, Botero donated significant collections to Colombian museums, fortifying the country's artistic heritage. Survived by his children Fernando, Lina, and Juan Carlos, from his first marriage to Gloria Zea, Botero's legacy also mourns the loss of his second wife, the Greek artist Sofia Very, who passed away earlier this year. As the world remembers this giant of the art world, his work, characterized by its distinct Boterismo style, ensures his indelible mark on global art history. Number 14. Roger Whittaker, the British singer-songwriter, musician, and iconic whistler, passed away near Toulouse, France on September 13th at the age of 87. His music, an amalgamation of folk and popular tunes, graced stages and airwaves for decades, marking him as one of the few who could both define and defy the zeitgeist. Born in Nairobi, British Kenya, Whittaker's roots were deep-seated in music, learning guitar on a handcrafted instrument from an Italian prisoner of war. From childhood dreams of echoing country and Western greats, he carved a niche for himself, gaining international acclaim with hits like The Last Farewell and Durham Town, The Leavin'. Despite facing industry challenges, Whittaker's grit led to a career that spanned continents, selling an impressive 50-60 million records. Though he found significant success in the UK and US, notably with his 1970 hit album New World in the Morning, Whittaker developed an unexpected yet profound bond with German audiences, becoming the country's best-selling artist in 1977. This connection extended beyond language barriers, as Whittaker initially sang his German hits phonetically. Outside his illustrious career, Whittaker was a dedicated family man, marrying Natalie O'Brien in 1964 and sharing 5 children, 12 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. The world not only knew him as an artist but also for his philanthropic efforts, notably his commitment to save the black rhino in Kenya. As we bid farewell to this musical titan, it's worth noting that his influence transcended mere entertainment. Roger Whittaker was an embodiment of resilience, authenticity, and the power of song to bridge divides. He leaves behind a legacy of melody, whistle, and heart. Number 13. Giorgio Napolitano, revered as Italy's longest-serving president and a pivotal figure in the country's tumultuous political landscape, passed away in Rome at 98 on September 22nd. Italy's current president, Sergio Mattarella, paid tribute by acknowledging how Napolitano's life reflected the intricate tapestry of post-war Italy's history. Napolitano's political journey was remarkable. Serving 38 years in parliament, he became a symbol of stability, especially during the 2011 debt crisis when he steered Italy away from potential economic collapse, a move that resulted in the resignation of the then Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. Napolitano's role in nominating Mario Monti, an economist known for his expertise as Berlusconi's successor, was instrumental in salvaging Italy's sinking fiscal ship. Born into a noble family in Naples in 1925, Napolitano's political awakening began during Mussolini's dictatorship. As a young university student, he joined the Italian Communist Party in 1945, quickly rising through its ranks. By the 1970s, Napolitano held significant posts within the PCI and became a moderate voice, advocating for a socialist interdependence of European countries. This stance led him to be labeled by former U.S. Secretary of State, Henry A. Kissinger, as his favorite communist. His contributions to Italian politics are numerous. Notably, he was the first president to be re-elected for a second term in 2013, showcasing the country's profound trust in his leadership. Apart from his political accolades, Napolitano was also an intellectual, penning numerous books including a memoir and treatises on Italy's political evolution. He is survived by his wife, Cleo Maria Bettoni, their 2 sons, Giovanni and Giulio, and 2 grandchildren. As Italy mourns the loss of this giant, his legacy remains etched in its modern political history. Number 12. LAUCH FAIRCLOTH, the Republican U.S. Senator from North Carolina known for his robust political career and prominent role in hog farming, passed away on September 14th in his home in Clinton, North Carolina. He was 95. Faircloth was the youngest of 4 siblings. His inheritance of a 500-acre cotton farm from his father marked the onset of his significant journey into agriculture, particularly as a wealthy hog farmer. Faircloth's political journey began under the Democratic Party's banner, serving as a driver for U.S. Senator Kerr Scott. He steadily climbed the political ladder, with roles that included the chairman of the State Highway Commission and Secretary of Commerce. Though unsuccessful in his 1984 bid for governorship, Faircloth's resilience saw him switch allegiances to the Republican Party, eventually defeating former ally Terry Sanford in the 1992 Senate race. During his Senate term from 1993 to 1999, Faircloth championed conservative causes. He notably chaired the Appropriations Subcommittee on the District of Columbia, took stringent actions against Washington, D.C.'s fiscal matters, and advocated for stringent welfare reforms. His tenure, however, was not without contention. His loss to Democrat John Edwards in 1998 highlighted the changing dynamics of North Carolina politics. Outside of the Senate, Faircloth was known for his passionate business pursuits, ranging from construction to auto dealerships. He survived a near-fatal plane crash in 1984, a harrowing event that might have influenced his later political decisions. Faircloth's personal life saw its share of joys and challenges. He was married twice, with his second marriage to Nancy Ann Bryan producing a daughter, Anne. Their union lasted until 1986. Faircloth's legacy is that of a complex, resilient figure in North Carolina's political landscape. He is survived by his daughter Anne and 2 grandchildren, leaving behind a mark of tenacity and drive. Number 11. Michael McGrath, the acclaimed American actor known for his significant contributions to Broadway, passed away in his home in Bloomfield, New Jersey on September 14th at the age of 65. Born in Worcester, Massachusetts, McGrath's passion for theater took him to the pinnacle of Broadway success. His portrayal of Cookie McGee in Nice Work If You Can Get It, 2012, earned him both a Tony Award and a Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Featured Actor in a Musical. Throughout his illustrious career, McGrath garnered acclaim for his roles in several Broadway productions. His performance as Patsy in Spamalot brought him a Tony Award nomination. He also originated the role of Mr. Simmons in Memphis, and showcased his acting versatility as Agamemnon Buckner in Is He Dead? From December 2007 to February 2008. In 2014, McGrath joined the cast of the art pre-Broadway production Finding Neverland, taking on the challenging dual role of Charles Frohman and Captain James Hook. He continued to embrace iconic roles, starring as Ralph Cramden in The Honeymooners musical, which premiered in 2017 at the Paper Mill Playhouse in Millburn, New Jersey. Outside of Broadway, McGrath made his mark on television as the announcer sidekick on The Martin Short Show. Beyond the stage and screen, McGrath's life was enriched by his personal relationships. While performing in the Boston production of Forbidden Broadway, he met his wife, actress Toni DiBuono. The two shared both a personal and professional bond, bringing joy to audiences with their onstage chemistry. Michael McGrath's legacy in the world of theater is undeniable. His dynamic performances and unparalleled dedication to his craft will continue to inspire both peers and fans. Number 10. Terry Kirkman, a cornerstone of 60s pop music and co-founder of the association, passed away on September 23rd at the age of 83 due to congestive heart failure. Born on December 12, 1939 in Salina, Kansas, Kirkman was raised in a musical household in Chino, California. His early collaborations with the likes of Frank Zappa during college hinted at a promising musical journey ahead. Kirkman's moment of serendipity came in 1962 in Hawaii, where he met Jules Alexander, which eventually led to the foundation of the association in Los Angeles. Known for their harmonious melodies, the association delivered hits like Cherish, Never My Love, and Everything That Touches You, securing 6 Grammy nominations in the late 60s. A poignant reflection of Kirkman's depth was Requiem for the Masses, a song written about the Vietnam War. While Kirkman's association with the association ended in 1984, his love for music never faded. Noteworthy is his induction into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame in 2003 and receipt of the Rock Justice Awards in 2019. He recently participated in a series of interviews, the last of which was released a day before his demise, painting a vivid picture of his artistic journey. Post his music career, Kirkman shifted focus and served as an addictions counselor in California, showing his commitment to bettering lives. Survived by his wife Heidi, and leaving behind a legacy of timeless music. Terry Kirkman will be remembered for his indelible mark on pop culture and his enduring commitment to community. Number 9. M.S. Swaminathan, renowned crop geneticist and a pivotal figure in heralding India's Green Revolution, passed away at the age of 98 on September 28. Known globally as the father of India's agricultural transformation, his innovative methodologies in crop breeding empowered India to surge ahead as one of the premier producers of wheat and rice, staving off famines and feeding billions. With a career spanning over 7 decades, Dr. Swaminathan's journey from muddy farm fields to esteemed laboratories showcased his commitment to revolutionizing food production. His accomplishments were manifold. Between 1979 to 1982, he held prominent roles within India's Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation, Planning Commission, and Science Advisory Committee. Later, from 1982 to 1988, he became the Director General of the International Rice Research Institute in the Philippines. However, it was his collaboration with American scientist Norman E. Borlaug in the 1960s that set India on a course to agricultural self-sufficiency. Together, they developed a high-yielding wheat variety, which culminated in India tripling its wheat production from the early 1960s to 1982. Dr. Borlaug, upon receiving the 1970 Nobel Peace Prize, credited Dr. Swaminathan for recognizing the potential of the Mexican dwarf wheat variety. While accolades from leaders like President Ronald Reagan highlight his global impact, back home, Dr. Swaminathan utilized the $200,000 World Food Prize to establish the M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation, a beacon of innovation in Chennai. Despite controversies, he remained steadfast in his mission, championing eco-friendly farming methods through his Evergreen Revolution concept. Dr. Swaminathan's life was influenced by figures like his surgeon father, M.K. Sambasivan, and Mahatma Gandhi. His legacy continues through his daughters and their significant roles in academia and research. Dr. Swaminathan's life story is not just of a scientist, but of a visionary who reshaped India's agricultural landscape. Number 8. Katherine Anderson Schaffner, a founding member of the Motown sensation, the Marvelettes, passed away on September 24th night, just after midnight, age 79, due to heart failure related to congestive heart issues. The news was confirmed by her daughter, Keisha Schaffner. Schaffner, alongside fellow schoolmates from Inkster High School, formed the original Marvelettes in 1960. Initially going by the quirky name Kazaniettes, meaning can't sing yet, the group rapidly ascended to fame after Berry Gordy Jr. of Tamla Records, later Motown, spotted their talent. It wasn't long before their song, Please Mr. Postman, became Motown's inaugural #1 hit in 1961. Schaffner reflected on the timeless power of the song in a 2011 interview with the Detroit News. Despite their initial contributions to Motown's golden era and the vocal girl group movement, recognition for the Marvelettes was slow in coming. However, the 21st century sought to rectify this oversight. The group was honored by the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2010, and in 2004, they finally received their gold record for Please Mr. Postman. They've been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. Throughout the 60s, Schaffner provided backing vocals for tracks like Beechwood 4 to 5,789 Inches and Locking Up My Heart. Offstage, she was remembered by her daughter as a candid, straightforward maternal figure. She wasn't going to tell you what you wanted to hear, but what you should hear, Keisha noted. A memorial for Schaffner is being organized for January, around the time of her would-be 80th birthday. No public service has been planned. Number 7. Eva Fahidi, a Holocaust survivor and renowned Hungarian author, passed away in Budapest at the age of 97 on September 11th. Born into an affluent Hungarian Jewish family in Debrecen on October 22, 1925, Fahidi faced unimaginable horrors during World War II. Her family was incarcerated in a ghetto by the Hungarian Gendarmerie in collaboration with the Eichmann Commando in 1944. Soon after, they were sent to the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp where her mother, sister, and father tragically lost their lives. Surviving Auschwitz and the Buchenwald concentration camp satellite camp, Munchmul Fahidi eventually returned to Debrecen in 1945, only to find her family home taken over. Opting to rebuild her life, she joined the Hungarian communists, aspired for a better society, and rose to prominence in the Hungarian steel industry due to her fluency in French. Her post-war journey took a significant turn in 1989 when an advertisement from the administration of Stadtallendorf, formerly Allendorf, sought former Munchmul prisoners. This led Fahidi to revisit her past, engage in trauma processing through public discourse, and author the memoir Anima Rerum in 2004. As one of the last survivors of the Shoah, Fahidi became an instrumental voice in Holocaust remembrance. She played a pivotal role as a co-plaintiff in the trials against former concentration camp guards and appeared in the dance theater play See Lavender in 2015. In recognition of her resilience and contributions to Holocaust remembrance, the German Resistance Memorial Center dedicated an exhibition to her in 2019. Weimar honored her with honorary citizenship in 2020. Eva Fahidi's life serves as a testament to human spirit, resilience, and the pressing importance of remembrance. Her legacy will continue to inspire and caution generations about the horrors of intolerance and bigotry. Number 6. Mike Henderson, the iconic American singer-songwriter, passed away unexpectedly in his sleep on September 22nd at the age of 70. Born in Independence, Missouri in 1953, Henderson was a significant force in the country and blues music scenes. Launching his career as an original member of the blues group the Bel Airs in 1981, Henderson swiftly established himself as a formidable artist. He played a significant role in the Nashville music community, whether as a founder of the label Dead Reckoning Records or a sought-after slide guitarist, contributing to albums by legends such as Emmylou Harris and John Hyatt. Henderson's collaborations with the Steel Drivers, a bluegrass group he co-founded in 2008, led to the album Reckless, which secured a Grammy nomination for Best Bluegrass Album in 2011. His relationship with Chris Stapleton, a former Steel Drivers bandmate, brought forth several songwriting successes. But beyond his roles in various bands and projects, Henderson was a mesmerizing solo artist. His album, Country Music Made Me Do It, showcased his unique voice and perspective, earning praise from critics across the board. As a testament to his talent, artists like Adele performed his songs such as If It Hadn't Been for Love. Though Mike Henderson has departed from this world, his legacy remains alive. His melodies, lyrics, and impact on the music industry ensure that he will forever be remembered as a trailblazer and an inspiration to future generations of artists. Number 5. Irish Grinstead, a shining star of the R&B trio 702, best known for their 1999 chart-topping hit Where My Girl's At, passed away on September 16th at the tender age of 43. Her death was confirmed by her sister and fellow 702 member Lamisha Fields via Instagram. While the cause of death wasn't detailed, it was previously announced in December that Grinstead was on a medical hiatus due to significant health concerns. Hailing from Las Vegas, the group 702 was named after the city's telephone area code. Irish, along with her sister Lamisha and friend Camila Williams, brought a refreshing touch to R&B. Despite not achieving the same level of ubiquitous recognition as some of their contemporaries like Destiny's Child or TLC, the impact 702 had on the R&B culture is undeniable. Born in Harris, Texas on June 2, 1980 to parents Carlton and Teresa Grinstead, Irish showed signs of musical prowess from an early age. She, alongside Lamisha and her twin sister Orish, would light up stages at sports events and venues in Las Vegas, even catching the eye of the renowned comedian Sinbad. Their determination led them to a fateful encounter with musician and producer Michael Bivins, who not only gave them their iconic name, but also a record deal. The trio saw a reshuffle before their debut album, with Orish leaving and Miss Williams, a childhood friend, stepping in. Their journey from school buddies to stars was meteoric, and their influence on the music industry remains palpable. Their last album, Star, was released in 2003, marking the end of an era. However, the group did reunite for some performances recently. Sadly, in 2008, Orish Grinstead left the world, and now, with Irish's passing, a significant chapter of R&B history concludes. Number 4. Stephen Gould, an esteemed American Helden tenor celebrated for his interpretations of Richard Wagner's works, passed away at 61 on September 19th. A stalwart on the opera stage, Gould's extensive career spanned global venues, with the Bayreuth Festival being especially notable. He performed there roughly 100 times. Notably, in 2022, he undertook roles in 3 demanding Wagner operas, earning him the monikers Wagner Marathon Man and Iron Man. Born in Roanoke, Virginia in 1962 to Lauren Gould, a Baptist minister, and Annie Gould, a school pianist, Stephen's musical journey began early. He initially studied as a baritone at Olivet Nazarene University and later advanced his studies at the New England Conservatory of Music. Gould's versatility saw him transition from roles in Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera to Wagner's demanding Helden tenor parts after studying under the tutelage of John Fiorito. Gould's commanding presence was felt at the Vienna State Opera, where he delivered 105 performances. Beyond Vienna, the Royal Opera House in London, Dresden Semperoper, and Tokyo's opera stages witnessed his artistry. Apart from Wagner, Gould brought to life characters from Verdi's Otello to Britain's Peter Grimes, and shone brightly in concerts, performing symphonies by Beethoven, Schoenberg, and Mahler. On the personal front, Gould navigated his life between the United States and Europe. Sadly, his decision to retire in late August 2023 foreshadowed the terminal bile duct cancer diagnosis he shared early in September. Stephen Gould's departure leaves an indelible void in the operatic world. He remains a testament to talent, dedication, and the transformative power of music. Number 3, NASHAWN BREEDLOVE, acclaimed actor and rapper, best known for his dynamic freestyle battle against Eminem's character in the iconic rap film 8 Mile, passed away in his sleep on September 24th. He was 46. The exact cause of his death remains unspecified. The 2002 film, often hailed as one of the best hip-hop movies ever created, featured Eminem in a storyline inspired by his own struggles and ascent in the rap world. Breedlove, embodying the rapper Lotto, is unforgettable for his compelling scene, hurling sarcastic disses with a blend of confidence and charisma against Eminem's B-Rabbit. Breedlove's performance portrayed a balance of forceful clarity and wit, especially with lines like, "I feel bad that I got to murder that dude from Leave It to Beaver." While Jimmy Eminem eventually triumphs in the duel, Lotto's articulate and powerful rap delivery was a standout moment in the film. Beyond his on-screen fame, Breedlove also contributed to the soundtrack of the 2001 comedy The Wash, starring Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre esteemed rapper Mickey Fax mentioned in an Instagram post that Breedlove would always be remembered as one of the few MCs to beat Eminem. Born on February 17, 1977, in Newark, NASHAWN Breedlove discovered his passion for music at a tender age of 9 in a local church choir. His off-screen contributions to the hip-hop realm were extensive. Known as Ox in the music world, he was a rapper, a ghostwriter, and even briefly signed to a record label in the early 2000s, performing at numerous local events in North Jersey. Breedlove leaves behind his son, Zaire Breedlove, mother, Patricia Breedlove, and sisters, Latrice Breedlove and Selena Weatherspoon. The hip-hop community mourns the loss of a remarkable talent, one who left an indelible mark both on and off the big screen. Number 2, Lou Deprieux, renowned Belgian singer and record producer, passed away on the 19th of September in a Brussels hospital at the age of 77. Deprieux was a towering figure in the Belgian pop scene during the 70s and 80s. His compositions sold over 20 million copies globally, etching his name as one of Belgium's best-selling artists. Deprieux's international acclaim came from co-writing and lending his voice for the Plastic Bertrand 1978 single, Ça plane pour moi. Although legal battles ensued over the rights and credits for this iconic song, his voice remained unmistakably entwined with it. He first graced the music scene with Pop Liberty 6 in 1967, which unfortunately didn't gain traction. Success, however, soon followed with Two Man Sound, which gave hits like Charlie Brown. Their album, Disco Samba, was particularly adored in Latin America, selling around 1.4 million copies. Later, he was instrumental in shaping the career of Victor Laszlo, suggesting her stage name from the 1942 film Casablanca, and producing some of her most notable albums. Born in Les Indes in 1946, Deprieux relocated to Brussels in 1964, working with the Régie des Télégraphes et Téléphones before settling near Pattaya, Thailand, 25 years later. He found inspiration from his life in Pattaya, reimagining his hit Kingston, Kingston to Pattaya, Pattaya, which resonated as the city's unofficial anthem. The music world today mourns the loss of this legendary figure, cherishing the lasting impact he left behind. Number 1. Barbara Mullen, whose unorthodox beauty and tall, slender figure made waves in the modeling industry, passed away on September 12th at her residence in Albuquerque. She was 96. Her journey from a New York beauty parlor to the apex of 1950s modeling, defying the era's prevailing beauty norms, remains legendary. Standing at 5 feet 9 inches with a striking 20-inch waist, Mullen's physique would have perhaps resonated more with the 90s wayfish aesthetic than the voluptuous Hollywood allure epitomized by stars like Rita Hayworth. Initially met with skepticism, even dubbed a big, ugly Irish girl by Harper's Bazaar editor Carmel Snow, Mullen's unique charm soon became the emblem of a shifting beauty paradigm by the early 50s. Born on June 3, 1927, in Floral Park, New York, Mullen began her modeling journey at 18, working at Bergdorf Goodman department store. Her big break came with Vogue in 1947. By the 1950s, she became a staple for Harper's Bazaar, collaborating with iconic photographers like Richard Avedon and William Klein. In her later years, she ventured into entrepreneurship, launching Barbara's Bazaar in Switzerland, spotlighting designers such as Kenzo and Emmanuel Ungaro. Mullen's legacy is a testament to beauty's evolving standards. As Lillian Bassman, a revered photographer, once said about her, she had everything marvelous: a beautiful neck, grace, the ability to respond.